Breaking news. World-renowned scientists have confirmed a shocking theory. Our universe isn't real. Everything points to us living inside a simulation created by a higher power. In this episode of Fragments of the Unknown, we invite you to imagine what life might be like in a world where scientific evidence for the simulation theory exists. A Copernican revolution capable of overturning long-held beliefs, spiritual convictions, and societal values would undoubtedly cause conflict at every level. Join us.
Imagine waking up to your phone flooded with messages about a history-changing event. The entire world goes into shock, but if this happened, what would happen next? How would humanity react? Before we continue, subscribe to Reality Shift channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of these mysteries. And if you want more people to know about this possible future, give this video a like. Now let's enter the simulation. The chaos begins with an unexpected discovery. A team of physicists, working on computer models of the universe, discovers code patterns within the laws of physics. At first, nobody believes it. But when the most important scientific institutions in the world confirm the results, there's no going back. The idea that we live in a simulation is no longer just a conspiracy theory. It's a proven fact. But what would happen next? The news triggers an existential crisis. The world is divided. Some people cling to traditional beliefs. For them, this revelation is not a challenge but a confirmation. God is still the creator, only now we know how he designed our reality. The simulation is his work, and we are his creations. On the other hand, a completely new movement is born. The devotees of the new gods. For them, the simulators are higher beings, but not transcendental gods. They are advanced beings. Scientists who have programmed us for unknown purposes. And most importantly, they can be contacted, or even challenged. But how can we communicate with them? How can we get their attention? The stance on the simulation thus surpasses philosophy, and religious sentiment bubbles up, permeating all power relations. Conflicts immediately arise between traditional religious followers and devotees of the new gods. The traditional religious followers see any attempt to contact the simulators as sacrilege. God should not be questioned, they say. For the devotees, doing nothing is a betrayal of our existence. The religious believe in a life beyond the simulation, in a final judgment. The devotees, on the other hand, believe that immortality can be achieved within the code by turning their minds into eternal data. Some devotees believe that the key to deciphering the simulation lies in creating a conscious AI capable of interacting with the simulators. But for the religious, this would be playing God. The first server purges begin. Supercomputers are destroyed. AI is criminalized. To defend themselves, the followers of the new faith become a political force. Tensions lead to clashes, attacks, and civil wars. The impact of such a critical change in our conception of existence is felt at all levels: cultural, economic, and political. Markets suffer major disruptions in all countries, regardless of their religious affiliation. Why work if everything is a simulation? Why continue investing in material goods if they may be mere data? Cryptocurrencies explode. Theories that certain digital assets could be keys within the game become popular. Tech companies invest millions in finding flaws in the simulation. Among the political consequences, entire nations begin to divide. Old social tensions blur to focus on the differences between the religious and the devotees. Different nations begin to align themselves based on their stance on the simulation. Some countries, led by the devotees, turn their nations into techno-religious societies, obsessed with contacting the simulators and hacking reality. Other nations align with the traditional religious, establishing theocratic governments that forbid any attempt to manipulate the simulation. Over time, These divisions turn into armed conflicts where religion is once again used to justify political alignment. New wars break out, clashes between the followers of the old gods and the new. Some radicals believe that sacrifices or rituals could attract the attention of the programmers and win their favor. Some join them out of fear. Among the devotees, the most technologically advanced nations begin an AI-based arms race. The goal is no longer to build conventional weapons. Now governments seek to hack the simulation, to control the rules of the world, to modify gravity, time, matter. If one country manages to crack the source code before the others, it could turn its elites into digital demigods over the rest of humanity. Meanwhile, another part of the elite has even loftier plans. If the universe is a simulation, there must be higher levels. The most powerful billionaires stop investing in physical assets and concentrate their wealth on the pursuit of a digital ascension. The idea is clear: to transfer their consciousness to a higher simulation. Something similar to what ancient religions promised, to move to another plane of existence. But will they be the only ones to ascend? Or are we all doomed to remain on this level of the game? The discovery of the simulation would divide the world, as we have seen, into irreconcilable political and religious factions. But on an individual psychological level, there would also be prevalent ways of coping with life. From those who would refuse to continue living a programmed existence, to those who would try to take advantage of the new reality. Those who would wait for the end of the simulation, and those who would try to learn more about the rules and take advantage within the code. Finally, the most adventurous would seek to contact the simulators, to understand the nature of the architect and, ultimately, the purpose of existence. The final paradox is that the simulators would see all of this, like someone observing the behavior of an animal in a zoo. Or at least, that's what the devotees believed. Because then came the final prophecy. When the war reaches its peak, the simulators will decide whether it's worth restarting the program. Which of these paths would you choose? Did you imagine a more optimistic or pessimistic scenario? Before you answer, remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell. You don't want to miss the next fragment of the unknown in Reality Shift channel. Now tell me in the comments, how do you think humanity would react if it were confirmed that we live in a simulation?